Morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. This morning, this week, in fact, we'll be exploring being thankful. We just came through Thanksgiving, and we need to talk about being thankful, not just one day a year, but making it into a lifestyle of giving thanks. Well, traditionally, the Thanksgiving in America was made into an official holiday, excuse me, by Abraham Lincoln in 1863, right after the famous battle at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, uh, where over 50,000 men died. Not that doesn't count the wounded and the sick and the others. It's just 50,000 men died there. And it said that in Gettysburg that it smelled of death for up to 3 years later because there were so many mass burials just trying to get the bodies out of the way and to prevent disease. And of course, the battle was in the height of the summer, July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of 1863. So it was extremely hot. And the bodies, they needed to be buried. But a woman by the name of Sarah Josepha Hale, she's called the mother of Thanksgiving because she kept promoting it to various presidents and officials and governors for years, and it finally caught Lincoln's attention because of the horrors of the Civil War. So Lincoln writes this in 1863. He says, "It has seemed to me fit and proper that they should be solemnly, reverently, and gratefully acknowledged as with one heart and one voice by the whole American people. I do therefore invite my fellow citizens in every part of the United States as to set aside the last Thursday of November as a day of thanksgiving and praise to our beneficent Father who dwelleth in the heavens." Now, this is 1863, but can you imagine if a president issued a proclamation like this, today? There'd be a firestorm. "Do not be drunk with wine," Ephesians 5 says, in which dissipation was. Don't be filled with the world. Be filled with the Spirit, speaking to one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for all things to God. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, James said, and comes down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow of turning. First Chronicles says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever." Psalm 100 says, "Shout for joy to the Lord, for all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Know that the Lord is God." And he goes in verse 4, he says, "Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise." It doesn't talk about one day a year. It talks about all the time, giving thanks to him and praise his name. Psalm 95 says, "Let us shout joyfully to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving. Let us shout joyfully to him with psalms, for the Lord is the great God and the great King above all gods." Wow. We want to talk about this for the whole week. We're going to just share about how to be thankful and what does the Lord expect from us. Amen. We'll see you again next time.